Another tense political town hall, this time Senator John Ossoff on the receiving end of an earful.
In Marietta, Ossoff's constituents asked him to answer to recent actions by the Trump administration around immigration, public education, and cuts at the CDC. Atlanta News First senior reporter Patrick Quinn joins us live from the CDC. And Patrick, fired workers were among those in the crowd there.
Carly, that's right. And unlike what we've seen in other town halls from across the region, nobody was detained today. We didn't see any tasers. There weren't major shouting matches. But Democrats here in Metro Atlanta, they made it very clear to Senator John Ossoff that they want to see more from him, especially around issues concerning the CDC.
With all due respect, you've not answered our questions.
What are you going to do to represent me?
Do you think that there's nothing can be done? No. Do something more. I like you, and I will vote for you if you are brave.
Passion and a plea for pointed action. Those were among the fiercest concerns from those in Marietta, calling on U.S. Senator John Ossoff to do more to address recent actions by the Trump administration.
We know all these things that are happening are bad actions, so we need good actions and not just good talk to combat them.
Kate Denny, who lives in Avondale Estates, compelled Senator Ossoff to push House members to start the impeachment process of President Trump.
As strongly as I agree with you, ma'am, and I regret if this is an unwelcome response, but my job is to be honest with you. The only way to achieve what you want to achieve is to have a majority in the United States House of Representatives.
Some were frustrated. Senator Ossoff could not answer their questions head on.
So it's easy to come here and tell us pretty stories about people who've been fired, but I was fired. I know what it's like already. I want to know how he's going to help the American people, not just me.
Abby T. was fired from the Overdose Prevention Division at the CDC in February. She was joined by other CDC workers.
Stand up so they see us, so they know who we are.
Ossoff said he planned to prioritize funding for the CDC, Health and Human Services, and global health initiatives as a member of the Senate Appropriations Committee. At his town hall while running for re-election, Ossoff took some criticism on the chin and said he's up to the challenges raised by his community.
Unlike some of my colleagues, we have not pre-screened these questions. I welcome tough questions. I welcome criticism. I ask to be held accountable.
Overall, Senator John Ossoff, he took about 20 questions in a town hall that lasted roughly 2 hours. And in terms of direct action around issues here at the CDC, he set up a meeting for today with some of those fired CDC workers. He said he would get back to them also within 5 days with more details on how he plans to address funding here at the CDC. From DeKalb County, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.